What's going on, guys? Coach Vrushabh from Elevatte Fitness, and we're back with another video. Today we're going to be going over deceleration, and I'll be showing you guys a couple of drills and a few exercises that you can do inside the weight room or out on the field, so that we can basically master the skill of being able to reduce speed and or come to a complete pause before we change direction again. And if your sport involves any sort of running linearly, laterally, or in different directions, which is say roughly more than 3 to 5 yards, deceleration is going to be a critical part of that. A common theme for a lot of our videos is doing things consciously inside the weight room or in the gym, so that we can do them subconsciously out on the field. Thus, with all the exercises that I'm about to show you today, you want to make sure that you're doing them with 100% focus and intent, so that we can really master that skill of deceleration, master the ability to absorb force, and acquire positions of high stability that then enable us to change direction efficiently. So for the first exercise, we have a triple extension load and drop, or a load and absorb. Now what this primarily is a plyometric variation of deceleration. So a lot of sports involve some amount of jumping or plyometric variations. With this, what we are doing is we're going onto the ball of our feet, we're extending through the hips, knees and ankles, and as we violently get our arms down, we're going to be trying to produce force on the way down and then absorb all of that force and land in a good position of high stability. What is this good position of high stability? It's basically where you feel very comfortable, where we reduce our center of gravity down slightly, and from where we can change direction efficiently. It's going to be different for everyone. For some, you might have your trunk falling back a little bit more. For some, you might have a little bit more forward lean. So first, find that position of high stability, and then as you drop into that triple flexion position, stay there. The second exercise is a depth jump. Now this is just a slightly advanced variation of what we just did with the triple extension load and drop. So in this, I want you guys to get onto a box or onto a bench of a considerable height. Don't go over 60 centimeters or 70 centimeters. Keep it basic for now. From there, we're just falling off the box, and we're again landing in that position of high stability by flexing at the hips, knees and ankles and absorbing all that force as we come down. Then we move on to something like a multi-directional drill. This is basically done with a resistance band. As you guys can see in the video, the band is anchored to a point. That point is sort of, now with that, the forces of the band are going to pull us in. As you get pulled in, you want to be able to absorb force, again, land in good positions, switch back, change direction, land. So first we're going into a lateral lunge, switching back, landing into a forward lunge on the front leg, on one leg, then onto the other leg, and then switching back again into a lateral position. So this is like a very good movement-based prep that you can do. Simple exercise that does not need a lot of equipment as such. Just need to be mindful of, as we're absorbing or as we're landing, we want to just approach the ground instead of really slamming down on it. After the first 3 exercises, we sort of move on to a little bit more dynamic stuff with some cone drills. In this, set 2 cones at a distance of 5 yards. Now what we're doing with the first one is basically going in a straight line and coming to a pause, go back to your starting position and just repeat for a good number of reps. In this, what I want you guys to sort of focus on is your shin angle on the front leg as you come to a pause. You don't want that shin to be pointing forward too much. Keep your torso on top of your shin, but your shin is going to be slightly vertical. The second is a side shuffle, working on that lateral deceleration. In this, what we want to focus on is as you approach the cone and you're about to come to a pause, extend the leg that's towards the outside, towards the cone, halt at that. So basically what I mean by that is, if you guys can see in the video, I am not absorbing or I'm not falling onto a lateral lunge on the side of the cone. I'm falling onto a lateral lunge on the side of on the opposite cone. Why so? Because if I'm coming to a pause, I want to go back to that direction eventually, right? So with regards to that, I want to be able to absorb force and have my body positioned or aligned in a way that puts me back in that direction. The third one is basically just combining the first 2. So here we're going from a lateral and then falling into a linear deceleration. So we're just twisting at the torso, rotating and coming to a pause. Since sport is not just played in a linear manner or a lateral manner, it's played very multi-directionally. Thus, we can use some of these drills, combine them together, slightly make them more complex and still work on those deceleration mechanics. That's it from me for today, and I hope you guys like this video. If you're, like I said, if your sport involves any sort of running, mastering deceleration is going to be a critical part, and that will basically help you guys improve your athleticism. So signing out for today. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And lastly, like I always say, train hard, eat right, recover well and conquer performance.